Welcome to ETS. I'm Donna Lopez, and this is your channeled message for September 29th through to October 5th. If you're new to my channel, welcome. All right. The first thing I'm hearing is I can't force things anymore. I can't force people to understand. I can't force people to cooperate. I can't force someone to go in the corner and be punished and stay there because they're being punished. And I also see though people looking though at their own strength, like I'm strong, but I've misused my strength. All right. So a lot of you will be looking at how you have misused your strength, whether it be physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual, or just intellectual even. If you're welding your power because you're strong and you want to control things, and a lot of people do this because they think they're helping, you're just going to realize that that isn't strength. You're going to look in the mirror and go, I don't recognize myself, because I feel like you're going to understand that you've gotten out of control and for yourself, which is so funny. Of course, what we do out here is what's going on in here. Thinking about realigning with a different force. Some of you are kind of stubborn, I got to say. It's like, even though you know that this hasn't been healthy, it's like, well, maybe if I realign with something else, because I am strong and I can do this, But they said what you're doing is you're bypassing the train. It's almost like there's a whole train going by and you're just bypassing the whole train and just looking for one cart to pull out and work on that. They said you're missing the whole picture, all right? And the train has left the station. And you're looking at nothing right now. You see a track, but there's no mode of operation right now. And that's where you're at. You need to be in kind of a nothingness state right now. It's almost like blah, blah, and blah, 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 to where nothing's being said. You can't understand anything because the narratives have changed and shifted. And you can't take one scene out of a movie and go put it over here and pull another one out and plop it in over here, because it won't be homogenous. It won't, the flavor, the energy will not work. Okay, even though in reality we can do that, but it won't work. It won't, like you can do it, but it won't be digested well. All right, so you're in your own personal timeout. And they have you sitting right on the train track, not to hurt yourself, but like, well, maybe I just need, like the thinking man, well, maybe I just need to sit here and be. That's right. You do need to just sit and just be. Just stop and assimilate. Let go. Get into nature. Go for a swim. Do something that's going to just give you some ease. Because your mind it's like they're erasing every thought you've ever had in your mind, all of it. You're an empty vessel, and they've emptied the vessel for a reason. And I hear because the misuse and the mistrust. And they're saying that this is part of your soul's expression for this lifetime too, is to your soul. In other words, your soul alignment, your alignment for what your soul came in to learn, chose this as part of your learning. It's like going from one extreme all the way to the other extreme, and now you're just empty and there's nothing. But you won't stay that way, okay? But your soul is assisting you because this is for its growth, for its expansion, so that it can understand what that is. Because you wouldn't have done it, you wouldn't be in the experience. It's kind of like if they didn't take all the toys away from you, you weren't gonna know what that was like. All right, so your soul chose this. All right, and your higher self is navigating the lessons, the learning. It's not a bad thing. It's not. It's like a fresh cup of coffee. All of a sudden you're tasting coffee that you never knew it had that kind of flavor. I hear a lot of you saying, I just keep trying to get to the center. I keep trying to get to the center, but I can't find myself. It's like I have a picture that I drew, and it's got spirals on it, and they just show that no matter how hard you can't get to the center, and you're still just out there on the outside. You don't know how to get to the center, which is also aligning with what they just shared. Being in the center means knowing you're in harmony, you're in alignment with your soul's purpose, your higher self. You are attuned. All right. They said, don't worry, everything is just alignment and timing. There are other characters in this movie. You know, it's a big universe, and there's a lot of other people and other situations and things that are correlating to kind of work together with what you're experiencing right now, so that, you know, you'll meet the right person when you need to meet them. You'll have the right experience. You'll see the right thing when you need to see it. When you're open and you're ready, when your soul and your contract is ready, when it says, let's check that off our soul contract. Okay, we got there, we did that. Okay, but it's going to be little bits and pieces. And I gotta say this with love, mostly because you've misused the power that was given to you, okay, by choice. So you're being stripped of everything to learn to reintegrate, but also slow and steady, so that you can experience the full flavor of less is more. I'm hearing a lot about financial awareness. I feel as though I'm seeing a lot of you standing on a bed of nails, and you're looking down saying, oh, this is okay, I can stand on these and it feels fine. But they're saying you can, but they said you're not, you are still standing on a bed of nails. In other words, people do that to show that they can be do that and not feel it doesn't affect them. But so they're saying, even though you're not having any physical effects financially about what's happening right now, do understand that you are on a bed of nails. Be mindful, make some decisions and choices. You don't have to make huge ones, but they're saying make some little shifts and changes. You've already been thinking about a lot of these things. And I am also hearing something about lawful. Like, is that lawful? Can they do that? So, restructuring currency is one of the things I'm hearing. Well, it's like I see changes coming. I feel very excited. They put the stone in my hand all of a sudden, and it's dark, of course, but I feel like I'm on a plateau, and maybe I've overcome something dark, something that was illusionary and heavy. And it's like, oh, I can see changes and I can see changes. So I see a lot of excitement, because you're on the plateau and you can see things. When you're on the peak, okay, that you've reached the top. Okay, on the plateau means you're in an alignment with a higher vibration, and you're able to see new things, and you learn something from what you just went through, and it fed you, and you stirred it, you learned the flavor of what it had to teach you. We're all going to go through different things. We're in this life to learn a lot of different things, and so even when things are unpleasant, that's when a big source of understanding comes to us. Maturity, emotional maturity, mental maturity, spiritual maturity, physical maturity. So embrace it. It feels very happy, because for a lot of you, you were saying, oh, I just thought this was elusive. I thought this couldn't happen for me. I thought I couldn't do this. And it's so rich to your soul and to your coming expression in this world. It's almost like I see a book, and it's like the book of knowledge, and you're reading your own book of knowledge, but also you're building up your own Akashic records, your own understanding, not only for this lifetime, but for future lifetime. When you are awake in the dream and you understand that this is for your many lives, past, present, future, alternate lives. It's for the collective of all the people that you've been through many lifetimes, good, bad, and different. So it would be very blissful, very, it will feed you on so many levels. They're taking you out of seeking, not the exploration was to seek, it was more to fulfill, but more so into the pulse of humanity. Very sacred energies coming in. Feels really, really good. I like it. Right. Let's see what they have. Inner beauty. I open the eyes of my heart and direct my gaze to the light within every being. Personality and physical appearance are in the image of man. Beauty and goodness are in the image of God. Namaste and have a wonderful week.